Hello, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and in this video I'm going to show you the pattern to crochet the Firecracker Applique. This pattern requires less yarn and it's a very quick project. There's some color changes involved, so I would recommend this project to an advanced beginner. I hope you would crochet this along with me. Crochet the Firecracker Applique. I'm using worsted weight yarn in 3 colors, red, blue and white, and you would need a very tiny amount of yarn in yellow to attach the fire. You'll also need a 3.75 mm crochet hook, scissors, yarn needle. To embroider the stars you can use a thread, a needle, or you can use white yarn instead of that as well. The details are in the description box below. Now let us crochet the body of our firecracker. This is for the blue body, so I'm taking my blue yarn here. I'll start off with a slip knot. To do a slip knot, I'm going to wrap the yarn around my 2 fingers like this and cross it over at the point where both the yarn meets. Next, I'm going to pinch here, carefully take my fingers out, insert my hook through this loop, yarn over and bring a loop, and I'm going to tighten this up. That is, I just pull the tail to tighten this up, and there we have formed our slip knot. There are other different ways to do a slip knot as well. You can do any method you prefer. Now I will do chain 9 here. To do a chain, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So this is our first chain. I'm going to do 8 more chains here. So once when we have our 9 chains, let's start working on our rows. So in the second chain from the hook, so the loop on the hook is not to be counted as a chain. So this one is the first chain from the hook, and this is the second chain from the hook. Here I will do a single crochet. To do a single crochet, I'll be inserting my hook inside the second chain over here. Next, I'm going to yarn over and bring up a loop. So now I'll have a total of 2 loops on the hook. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this stitch is called as the single crochet. Now we'll have 7 chains remaining here. I will do 1 single crochet in each of the 7 chains. Row 1 will have a total of 8 single crochet. Once when we have completed row 1, our project will look like this. Now let's work on row 2. For row 2, I will do chain 1 and I will turn my project over. So now I'll be working on the stitches over here. So in my very first stitch, I will do 1 single crochet and I will do a single crochet across in the next 7 stitches. This row will also have a total of 8 single crochet. The starting chain 1 is not to be counted as a stitch here. So this is how a project would look after row 2. Now let's work on row 3. For row 3 also, I'll be repeating the row 2 pattern. That is chain 1, turn. I will do 1 single crochet in each stitch over here. This row will also have a total of 8 single crochet. So once when we've completed 3 rows, we can leave a long tail and finish it off over here. To finish it off, I'm going to trim the tail. Next, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook all the way through and tighten this up. So this is the body of our firecracker in blue. Now let us crochet the body for the firecracker. This time I'll be using 2 colors. I'll be following the same pattern as that of the body of the blue firecracker, but we'll be changing colors. So I'll show you how to change colors here. So first I'm going to take my red yarn. I'll do a slip knot followed by chain 9. and a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and a single crochet in the remaining 7 chains. So this row 1 will have a total of 8 single crochet. Now I'm at the last single crochet over here. It is here where I would change my color to white. So let me show you how to do it. So I would start the single crochet like how I would normally do. I'll be inserting my hook in the chain, yarn over and bring up a loop. I'll have 2 loops on my hook. Instead of yarning over and finishing it with this color, I'll be grabbing my new color yarn. Here it is white. I will leave a tail, hold the yarn here. I'll yarn over and pull through. So I'll be finishing the single crochet stitch with a new color yarn. So this is how I would change my colors over here. So now let's start working on row 2. I will do chain 1, turn my work over, and I will do 1 single crochet in each stitch across. This row will also have a total of 8 single crochet. And once again, when I'm at the last stitch over here, I'll be changing my color back to red. So I'll be taking my red yarn, leave a tail, hold it here. Next I'm going to yarn over and complete this single crochet stitch. So once when you've done that, you can leave a trail and trim off your white yarn. Now you can work your row 3 stitch like you would normally do. That is chain 1, turn, followed by 1 single crochet in every stitch. Once when we complete all 8 single crochet, we can finish it off over here and we can weave all these tails in later. So this is the body for our red and white firecracker. So here is the body for our firecracker. Now let us crochet the fuse. So let me show you how to crochet the fuse. So first I'm taking my blue body here. In the second row, I'll be attaching the red yarn. To attach the red yarn, I'm going to take my yarn. I'm going to insert my hook inside the corner stitch of row 2. You can attach it in either side, any side that you prefer. I'm going to leave a tail, hold my yarn over here. Next, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the stitch, and I will yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So this is how I'll be attaching my yarn over here. Now I would do chain 3. And I'll finish it off over here. We have to weave the tail in later as well. In the same manner, for this red, white and red body, I'll be taking the blue color yarn. I'll be attaching it to the white stitches over here. Next, I will do chain 3 and finish it off over here. Now we can weave in all these tails before we move on to the next step. To weave in the tail, I'm going to thread one of the tail in the yarn needle, turn my project to the wrong side. You can choose any side as the wrong side. And I'm going to run the needle through the loops over here. You can work up to down, zigzag, side to side in any manner that you would prefer. So once when you weaved it in one direction, you can choose to weave it in another direction. You can choose the same row as well or different rows. It's up to you. Every time when you weave it in, make sure to stretch out the piece so that our project retains its shape. So once when you think you've weaved in enough, you can stretch it out, take the needle out and trim it off over here. So make sure to weave in all the other tails, even the tails for the fuse. This is how a project would look after we weave in the tails. Now let us add fire to the end of the fuse. To do so, I'm taking yellow yarn here. I'm taking 3 strips of about 4 inches in length each. Next, I'm gonna fold it in half and attach it to the tip of the fuse like how I would attach a fringe. To do so, I'm gonna fold it in half, insert my hook in the top stitch over here. Next, I'm going to grab all the folded loops and pull through here. So once when I have the loops over here, I'm going to grab all the tails. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all the tails through the 3 loops over here. You can choose to attach a fringe one by one, or you can attach it like how I did. Once when you have all the strands over here, make sure to pull tight. We have added fire to our fuse. You can choose to trim it off if you want an even length, or I would prefer to leave it uneven like this to give a more natural finish. Same way, attach fire to the tip of the other firecracker as well. Here I have attached 2 strands. You can choose to attach either 2 strands or 3 strands depending on how you would like the flame to be. For finishing off this firecracker, you can either choose to leave this firecracker as such, or you could embroider white stars in them. To embroider white stars, you can either use white yarn and embroider them, or you can use a white thread and needle and embroider the stars. So there I have embroidered 1 star. I'll embroider in 2 more spots before I finish it up. So this is how our finished crochet firecracker applique looks. You can also steam, iron or block the project if you would prefer them to lay flat. I hope you enjoy crocheting this along with me. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.